Words of the Spirit 9:7-24. Be healed. I speak unto you this day, and I ask, will you be healed, or will you remain in sickness, disease, and pain? I want those who are afflicted and suffering to be released, and to come to Jesus as the one who heals them and makes them whole. Therefore, do not be living in anguish and pain, not able to obey the command that was given by my Son, Jesus Christ, as he spoke to many and told them to be healed, and they were. Do not question if Jesus still heals today. He does, and he is wanting all who will come to him to be healed and to live in righteousness rather than sinfulness. Therefore, let it be Jesus that you call upon to be healed. Do not look to be refused. Simply accept the healing that he has for you. You are not meant to hobble through this life barely functioning. Rather, you are meant to be made whole and enabled to function at the increased level of ability. I do not want to see people bound in all manner of afflictions and diseases when they are meant to labor for me. It is my intention that those who will receive healing will likewise be repentant and full of gratitude for the mercies they have received. Yes, there are some who misuse and abuse the mercies that I give to them, and although they are healed, they do not serve in gratitude. Rather, they return to the very wallows of sin that they were in, and are again afflicted by the sin diseases caused by their own choices and actions. I do not want my people to be ensnared and entangled in such traps, brought down low. I want my people to be uplifted, given the strength to continue to be made whole, because they have refused to return to sin and the diseases therein. The more that people get the vision that they can be healed, the more that there will be testimonies of those who are healed and are maintaining their healing by living their lives for me and the furtherance of my kingdom. This day, do not be subject to the demons that want to see you return to the shackles you were in before you heard my Son say, be healed. Rather, resist and refuse such powers as you refute their control over you. Once you have been raised up, do not lay back down in the wallow of sin, sickness, and disease. Instead, take up the mat of your hopeless, helpless condition, walk in healing and the virtue of the same. Be alert to the fact that the devil's agenda is always the same for every generation. And that agenda is to see people suffer, to see them sick, diseased, and afflicted, bound in deadly sins. I do not want my people to be found returning to the mire and the misery of the devil's domain. I want my people to be freed from the misery of sin and walking forth in the mercy and miracles that are in my kingdom domain. There is no reason to return to the terrible bondage of sin, death, and inevitable damnation when you can be walking healed in the mercy of salvation, living in celebration because you are redeemed. This day consider, if you are suffering and have tried all of the solutions of those who are medical doctors and those solutions have not worked, you do not need to live in hopeless despair. Rather, you can call upon Jesus and he will heal you by the power that is resident in him. Just as he spoke to many during his earthly pilgrimage and commanded them to be healed, so is he giving forth that same command and healing now. Therefore, do not be as those who settle in their miseries, and do not ever look to escape those sufferings and want others to join them in their misery. Instead, be among those who have the testimony that Jesus was, is, and always will be the one who showed that healing is ready and available to those who will call upon him. Consider that what people cannot do, I can and will do, for I am the Creator and the one who desires for people to be made whole and walking in righteousness, receiving the benefit of the higher kingdom where I live. I do not want people to be in the clutches of the world and the devil, nor bowing to the sinful desires of their own carnality. Sad to say, there are some people who want their sins above salvation and healing, and such as these will choose repeatedly for their own death and damnation. Likewise, there are others who will not go down in sinfulness and be in the clutches of the devil and his demons. Rather, they will grab hold of salvation and receive healing and never turn back again unto bondage. I am well pleased in those who cherish what my Son has done, in order to give to all the chance to be saved, healed, and delivered. These ones, by the way that they choose to live their lives and the attitude of gratitude they maintain, show forth the newness of life that is given freely. The ones who choose such a course are found well pleasing and will be used greatly by me, for they are true representatives of the mercy and miracles I provide. The ones who have tasted of mercy and miracles then choose to return to misery and wickedness are fools. While they imagine they can use, abuse, and accuse me, my Son, my Spirit, and my messengers, they will find that they are the ones who lose by their rebellious and resentful choices. Those who reject the way of life, love, and light are choosing to be locked forever in the agonies of the damned. Those who are choosing righteousness and gratitude are locked into my mercy and my miracles forever.